Together, we've committed nearly 700 tanks and thousands of armored vehicles, 1,000 artillery systems, more than 2 million rounds of artillery ammunition, more than 50 advanced launch rocket systems, anti-ship and air defense systems, all defend Ukraine. And just today, that announcement includes artillery ammunition for HIMARS and howitzers, more javelins, anti-armor systems, air surveillance radars to help protect Ukrainian people from aerial bombardments.
Morning, Mr. President. Welcome. Thank you very much.
The 20th of February 2023. 4 days before the anniversary of the Russia-Ukraine war, US President Joe Biden made an unannounced visit to Kyiv. This was his first ever visit since Russian President Vladimir Putin launched his attack on Ukraine on the 24th of February last year. During his surprise visit, Biden promised an additional $500 million worth of weaponry, including artillery ammunition, anti-armor systems and air defense radars. Putin, on the other hand, railed against the West for supplying these weapons in his long-delayed State of the Nation address.
Начало специальной военной операции велись переговоры Киева с Западом о поставках на Украину и систем ПВО, и боевых самолетов, и другой тяжелой техники. Помним мы и о потугах киевского режима заполучить ядерное оружие. Ведь говорили об этом публично.
In the last 12 months, huge quantities of ammunition and military equipment have been supplied to Ukraine. The country's biggest military donor, the United States, has provided some $30 billion worth of arms since the war started. Kyiv is burning through shells much faster than Western countries can produce them. NATO says it will increase targets for stockpiling ammunition as the ongoing war has left Allied stocks badly depleted. In many ways, it's a battle between modern and Soviet-era weapons. As the war enters its second year, will the next stage be more violent? And what are the 12 weapons that have changed the course of the war in the last 12 months? Let's take a look. This is the much publicized M142 High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or HIMARS. The missile launcher is mounted on a 5-ton truck. It can fire 6 guided missiles in quick succession. The rocket launcher system gives Ukraine the ability to conduct powerful long-range precision strikes. The missiles have a range of up to 80 kilometers and a maximum speed of 85 kilometers per hour. HIMARS are believed to have played a key role in Ukraine in pushing Russian forces back in the southern part of the country, particularly in Kherson last November. Earlier in February, French, Romanian and US troops took part in artillery exercises in Romania, and NATO forces took it as an opportunity to show off the HIMARS rocket system. On the 7th of February, the US State Department approved an additional $10 billion military package for Ukraine. It includes 18 HIMARS launchers. The Russian army's offensive in Ukraine requires a vast amount of military equipment, weapons and vehicles.
По основной точке наводки 55-31.
One such weapon is BM-21 Grad, a self-propelled 122mm multiple rocket launcher designed during the Soviet Union era. It has been in service since 1963. Both the Russian and the Ukrainian militaries have this truck-mounted multiple launch rocket system in their arsenals. Nicknamed Hail in Russia, it can launch up to 40 rockets in as little as 20 seconds. But it can also be fired individually or in small groups in several second intervals. Grads are unguided rockets that cannot be targeted accurately. They target a wide area. The deadly machine is being used to disrupt shipments of Western-made arms in Ukraine. Another Soviet-era machine that is playing a pivotal role in the war is this, the 2S4 Tulpan, popularly known as the Tulip. It is the same weapon that was used during the Mariupol steel plant attack in May. Credited with destroying fortifications on several battlefields worldwide, the 2S4 was seen in action during the conflicts in Afghanistan and Chechnya.
The most important thing is that we use these modern equipment and weapon systems in a correct and astute way in Ukraine. That will be a turning point. We will win in the end.
These Ukrainian soldiers are among dozens of troops who are getting trained on the Leopard 2 in Germany. The third-generation German main battle tank Leopard 2 has become one of the most talked about war machines recently. Regarded as one of the best in the West's arsenal, Germany has agreed to supply the tanks to Ukraine, a heavy armor that Kyiv sees as crucial to defeat Russia. Ukraine has a limited availability of tanks, most of them from the Soviet or post-Soviet era. Germany will be sending tanks that are produced by Krauss Maffei Wegmann. This version of Leopard 2 weighs more than 60 tons, has a 120mm smoothbore gun, and can hit targets at a distance of up to 4 kilometers.
Okay, so here we have the famous Leopard 1. It's an A5 version, it's a Belgium Leopard. Yes, we bought this approximately 8 years ago in the market. They are available over here, but we cannot use them as is, of course. We need a full retrofit. We have to look at the fire control system. So we really have to make them, bring them back to track so before we can use them in any kind of battlefield.
Ukraine is expected to receive 120 to 140 Western tanks in the first wave of deliveries from a coalition of 12 countries, including the German Leopard 2. Before they go to the battle zone with these deadly tanks, soldiers are undergoing training in Poland, Germany and Switzerland. It takes a 2-month regular course in the Leopard Tanks Training Center to have soldiers ready to join the crew in the combat battalion. Will these tanks be the most defining war machines in the coming months?
Well, individually, I mean, Western main battle tanks, and it doesn't matter whether it's the Challenger, the Abrams, or the Leopard. You know, they have overmatch on Russian capabilities in terms of their firepower and certainly protection. They also have things like better optics, better stabilization, so they're better at firing on the move. They're also better at locating and also critically in tank warfare, getting off that first shot. So the tanks will make a real difference.
Russia has the largest stockpile of tanks in the world. It has nearly 12,000 tanks. This is the T-90M Proryev, which means breakthrough. The third-generation Russian main battle tank is an improved version of the T-90 tank. It has a 125 mm tank cannon that can fire new powerful munitions. The missiles are capable of eliminating enemy tanks at a range of up to 5 kilometers. The new multi-channel sight enables the tank to employ its armaments day or night. In addition, the option of exchanging data with other combat vehicles in real time has been one of the upgraded tank's major advantages. The US sent these missiles to Ukraine after President Volodymyr Zelensky visited Washington, D.C. in December. Patriot stands for Phased Array Tracking Radar for Intercept on Target. A theater-wide surface-to-air missile defense system, it is considered to be one of the most advanced air defense systems in NATO's arsenal and also the most expensive single-weapon system that America has supplied to Ukraine. A newly built Patriot system costs over $1 billion. It is a mobile system that usually includes a powerful radar, control station, power generator and launch stations. The system was first used in combat during the 1991 Gulf War, with batteries protecting Saudi Arabia, Kuwait and Israel, and later used during the US invasion of Iraq in 2003. The United States has supplied Ukraine with thousands of Javelin missiles. Dubbed Saint Javelin, the anti-tank missiles quickly became a symbol of resistance. The lightweight but lethal weapon automatically guides itself to the target after launch. The proliferation of drones in the Ukraine war has escalated the arms race like never before. Let's look at the Bayraktar armed drone first. It is manufactured by Baykar Defense, the Turkish drone magnate. The deadly combat drone has been acquired by Ukraine and has been deployed during the Russian invasion. The high-performance and relatively inexpensive aircraft has proved decisive in conflicts in Nagorno-Karabakh and Libya in the past. If Ukraine has Turkish drones at its disposal, then Russia has these Kamikaze drones. The aerial warriors are also commonly known as the loitering munitions. The unmanned aircraft is packed with explosives and is employed as a miniature cruise missile. The suicide drone has a range of 2,200 kilometers. It's been built by the Iran Aircraft Manufacturing Industrial Company, or HESA. It is known as the HESA Shahed 136 or Geran 2 in Russian service. The Shahed 136 has a wingspan of about 8.2 feet and can be hard to detect on radar. This was the drone that was often used to target Ukrainian power stations. The fully autonomous lethal weapon systems have led to an arms race in artificial intelligence as well. Iran's government says it supplied a small number of drones to Russia before the war. But the US and the European Union have accused Iran of sending regular deliveries of drones to Russia, and the European Union has imposed sanctions in response. This is Russia's Ka-52, also known as Alligator. The all-weather attack helicopter is designed to neutralize armored and unarmored targets. The $13 million single-seat helicopter features a high-performance battlefield management system. The system allows it to share data with other aircraft to coordinate attacks. Russia's fleet of Ka-52s deployed in Ukraine has significantly damaged Kyiv's military assets. However, Ukraine continues to claim that Ka-52 kills, as the helicopter is vulnerable to shoulder-launched missiles and small arms fire. In April last year, the Russian Ministry of Defense tested a new intercontinental ballistic missile. The Sarmat has been dubbed Satan II by Western analysts. It is an unambiguous threat to Russia's enemies, particularly the United States. Putin has called it invincible. It is among Russia's next-generation missiles that also include the Kinzhal and the avant-garde hypersonic missiles. In March 2022, 3 weeks into the attack, Russia used its newest Kinzhal hypersonic missiles for the first time in Ukraine. The Kinzhal system was used to destroy an underground weapons storage site in the west of Ukraine. Another hypersonic missile that has been deployed is the Avant-Garde. According to Russia, the missile can travel at hypersonic speed of Mach 27, that's about 32,000 kilometers per hour, and has a range of over 6,000 kilometers. The war has entered its second year. A day before the first anniversary of his invasion of Ukraine, Putin said that Russia will maintain increased attention on boosting its nuclear forces.
В году на боевое дежурство заступают первые пусковые установки ракетного комплекса «Сармат» с новой тяжелой ракетой. Продолжим серийное производство гиперзвуковых комплексов воздушного базирования «Кинжал» и начнем массовые поставки гиперзвуковых ракет морского базирования.
His comments follow Russia's suspension of a bilateral nuclear arms control treaty with the United States. The treaty puts limits on the number of deployed intercontinental range nuclear weapons that the two nations can have. The United States has long been claiming that an agitated Kremlin may actually be willing to use nuclear weapons. Will that happen? Meanwhile, the war machines continue to take a terrible toll.